In this video, I'm gonna demonstrate on how to do a top gold leather and also a pants that has a snake prints on it. And the first one, we're gonna color the skins as usual. And after finishing the skins, I'm gonna start with the sandals first. So I'm adding a black color for the platform, and after that we need to fill in the details of the sandals, which is a lot of beadings all over it, and try to add the color as similar as the picture. And it has a many different colors beads on it, and just make sure that you have several color covering the beadings on the sandals. And after finishing the beading details, we can start to move on with the pants. So the first one, we're gonna color the base. It's like a soft brown, a little bit sandy color. So try to fill in and make it flat. Color the whole surface neatly. And after it's dry, you can add a little more tension on the folded part, like on the cross line, or even on the folded part, or anything that looks more darker than the other part. And after that, you can start to fill in the small pattern detail of the snake prints. And you're gonna color this with a more darker brown, and try to be gentle with this one because it's darker than the base and it's really small, so you need to be precise and not to press the tip of the Copic color too much, because you don't want this to be too bulky or too big. And make sure that you follow the baseline that you already drew before. And after that, you need to add a tulle fabric, put it underneath the paper, and then you need to use a black color pencil to add the snake prints effect using the tulle. So try to give more pressure in the middle of each pattern, and try to add more tension on some parts, and keep the photo reference with you so it will be easier for you to draw if you have the example beside you. And after that, if you think it's enough, or if you draw too much tulle fabric, you still can erase it since it is a pencil, so you don't have to worry if you make too much texture. And after that, you can always add extra shading if you think it's not enough. And also, since it is a PVC fabric, you have to add a white gel pen effect as a highlight. We can see it on the reference picture. There is a highlight effect which seen in the middle of one side of her pants. And don't forget to rub it to make it more natural and not too thick. And after that, we can start to do the top using a big snowman marker. And it is the same on how you do it with the gel pen. And you have to rub it while it's still wet. But this time, the area is bigger compared to the usual part that we used to make. You might need to practice this on another paper before coloring it here, because you need to get used to the pen before starting coloring it, because it will dry quite quickly, and also the area is quite big, so make sure that you practice this on another paper first before finally coloring it on the actual drawing. And also, since the surface is pretty big, so when you rub it, just make sure that you're not rub it too much, or it's not too overlapping with the outer part of the top, so you don't have to make it dirty. So just try to be neat, but also you have to be quick at the same time. We don't want to waste the Copic because we already colored the other part perfectly, so try to be correct at this one as well, because if not, then we just have to do it all over again. So on this kind of shiny leather, if you need to make a highlighted part, what you need to do is leaving some part white, so leaving some part of the paper blank, but still it's not too completely white. There is still an effect of the gold marker paint that you have rubbed on this side of the blank area. And also make sure that you rub it with the same angle, because it won't look neat if you color it or rub it on the other way around. And if you think it's still not neat enough, you can always add extra color. You can always put the paint again and then rub it again, and make sure that the angle and the lines doesn't look too messy and not too overlapping with the lines that you make. And after you finish with the gold marker, you definitely need to add an extra lines using a drawing pen or a micro pen, because you basically already covering the detail of the part of the clothes. For example, there is a dark details near her bust, and also there is lines of her armhole area. So make sure that you make the drawing clean again by adding extra line using your drawing pen. So that's basically the trick on how to do a gold leather top and also a snake PVC leather like.